In this part, we will talk about what is operations management. In some sense, operations can be claimed as the technological core of the organization. To be more specific, operations represent how to make and offer goods or services to the customers. Let us think about the various functions within a firm. We will use this big rectangle box standing for a scope of a firm. To get it run, we need all kinds of investments done through finance department from the capital markets. We also need to hire people. Of course, we must obtain the raw materials and the necessary resources from input markets with the help of purchasing section of the firm. Another important thing we need to do is now get the demand information from our customers, which is usually collected and summarized by the marketing department. Also, sales usually done by the marketing department too. However, we are still missing the last piece in this firm dynamic picture. That is the operations. What happens here is all kinds of transformation processes, turning all the inputs into the desired outputs to serve the output product markets. Hence, when we try to understand operations, it suffices to capture this transformation and conversion essentials. Operations is actually a process. It transforms all kinds of inputs into the outputs, which can be either goods or service. This is the process view of operations. I want to highlight there are three basic components in any process: inputs, outputs, and transformation. Anything with these three components, we can view it as a process. Operations management tries to manage operations in the sense of a process. It has two goals. Let the process be efficient and effective. Efficient means using as less as possible resources to get as more as possible of outputs. Effective means to do the right things as what the customers really want. Keep these goals in mind. The two focuses in operations management are to meet demand and to handle variation. To meet the demand is actually to achieve effectiveness. The most straightforward implication is to make sure the capacity is appropriately planned according to the demand, no more and no less. There can be lots of different variations and uncertainties in the business operating environments, such as the four types we list here. Variation is the biggest challenge to high efficiency, since all kinds of buffer in resources are typically required to hedge against them. So an important topic in operations management is to understand variations, to forecast them, and to appropriately control and hedge against them. That actually helps to form the logic flowing in this course. If you refer to our course schedule, you should see that we first talk about how to improve efficiency and then focus on how to gain the effectiveness by appropriately planning the capacity against the demand. In terms of efficiency, we start with the simplified scenarios, where we ignore the uncertainties. This very first module helps to build the basic concepts in improving efficiency. These concepts will help us to better understand the ideas of efficiency improvement in a more realistic setting where the variation and uncertainties are considered, which is our Module 2.